So my tip was around the importance of visual evaluation. So our brains process images 60,000 times faster than text, and we have a really short window of opportunity to grab a website user's attention. We have 0.05 seconds. So those kind of two statistics together really point to the opportunity around transferring essential information into a more visual approach. So as I said, our brains are much faster at processing visuals than text, and we can see from our own kind of experience with interacting with websites how quickly we want and need that information, and our consumption as well is at an all-time high in terms of what we're consuming online. So we are very time poor as consumers, and we want the information quickly. So visuals aren't only kind of a way of aesthetically attracting and engaging your users, but also conveying key product information. So, that goes from product visuals. So when I was at Amazon, we did tons and tons of studies around what kind of imagery is best in terms of showcasing the product. And you'll see big players like Amazon, like Google Shopping, are using a lot of, cut out product imagery on a plain white background, which I know some brands find to be aesthetically, a little bit boring, but it is what's been proven to be best in terms of people being able to compare products, being able to evaluate products really quickly and easily. So product visuals is a big part of it, but then there's loads of other kind of visual elements on a website. So this can be things like icons, using icons to convey delivery information and key information. Things like, we respond much better to star ratings versus like a long text testimonial. We can digest that information instantly. So those are a couple of examples where you can kind of see the importance of getting your visuals right.
So what kind of tools might you recommend if people want to evaluate their performance, and actually work out, are they making a mistake? Is it working for them on the visual side? What have you used?
Yeah, so great question. I think heat map analysis is really crucial here to see how users are interacting with different parts of the page and different visual elements of that page. A/B testing as well is really important, so you can actually run tests to pit two images or two visual, visual versus a textual evaluation within your product description, for example, and actually measure the incremental impact of one versus the other. So those two things are really important. And then a third tool I'd encourage people to use is Google Page Speed Insights. So obviously, putting more images on the page can affect page latency and load speed. So it's really important to keep an eye on those metrics as well, just to ensure that you're not negatively impacting SEO and user experience as well.
To understand that it's not working.
Yeah, bounce rate is a really key indicator that something's not quite working on the page. Conversion rate, obviously. And then also kind of taking it a level deeper and understanding, is there a pattern, or can I spot any trends at a product type level or from traffic that's coming from certain sources? Because that can help you identify some of the why behind, things potentially not performing as well as we would expect.
So it's really not just about the metrics, about get to the metric to find the problem, then try and diagnose it and work out, go back to where the problem's coming from.
Yeah, and then running an A/B test ideally, to really dig in and understand what is it that's gonna shift the needle the most.
So quite involved then.